So good morning to those who are present here. And last to last class, I asked rather one question from you. And question, Titiksha, what was the question? Titiksha, speak up the question, but only question. Titiksha, speak up the question only.
Okay, ma'am. If on 60° west time is 2 a.m., what will be the time on 105° east?
How many of you solved this question? If on 60° west timing is 2 p.m., what would be the
Ma'am,
timing?
AM,
2
not
a.m.
PM, AM.
Okay. AM. If on 60° west timing is 2 a.m., what would be the timing on 105° east? First of all, how many of you solved this question? How many of you tried to solve this question? How many of you got the answer? Okay. So, coming to Titiksha. Yes, Titiksha, speak in that way. It should be clear. Don't give me the answer
Okay,
only.
ma'am. If we start from 60° west to 0°, the timing would be of 4 hours.
Timing
and
would
from
be?
4 hours.
How come?
Ma'am, 60°, 45°, 30°, and 15°.
That's
then
correct.
0.
Then 0. And what would be the timing on 0°?
On 0°, the timing would be 12 p.m. 12 a.m. sir.
4 hours. You have to move back 4 hours.
Okay. 10 p.m. 10 p.m.
10 p.m.
p.m.
That's correct.
Yes,
मतलब रात के 10 बजे. Am I correct? Okay. Now,
yes, ma'am.
105. How many hours?
Ma'am, 205, 0 to 15° east, then 30° east, then 45, 60, 75, 90, and 105.
How many hours? How many hours?
Time gap would be, ma'am, 7 hours.
7 hours. Very right. अभी हम पहुंच गए हैं 10 p.m. पे. We have to move back now. अभी कितना back जाना पड़ेगा हमें? 7 hours. Back
7
जाना
hours.
पड़ेगा. Exactly. तो 7 hours back गए तो कितना बन जाएगा time? What would be the timing on 105° east?
3 p.m.
3 p.m. Perfect. 3 p.m. Perfect answer.
Yes, ma'am.
So if on 60° west timing is 2 a.m., on 105° east timing would be 3 p.m. Automatically, what does it mean? Previous day. Previous day can be dophar. Got it? So this question or this logic should be clear to every one of you. Still, if you have doubt, still we can do the questions, we can discuss it. But if you don't have any doubt, I'm going to revise chapter Physical Features of India. If you have any doubt, kindly raise your hand. Yes, Dhairya. Hanji, beta Dhairya, bolo bachche.
Ma'am, can you please repeat this?
Repeat what? Question?
Ma'am, yes.
If on 60° west, timing is 2 a.m., what would be the timing on 105° east? Dhairya, clear, bachche?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Acha, do one thing, all of you. Kindly write down 2 or 3 more questions and try to solve it. Right? So question is, if on 150° west, timing is 12 p.m., what would be the timing on 75° west? दोनों west हैं, ध्यान रखना. Next question. And don't ask ma'am what you have spoken. I have not written anywhere. Next question. If on 180° east, timing is 9 a.m., what would be the timing on 175° west? 175° west. right? Okay. Now, these two questions you have to solve on your own. Such type of questions can be asked. Now, these questions are not actually, I don't want to test you. I just want you just try to solve it and try to get the right answer so that you, through this way, you can do practice. Logic, if it is clear, then these questions are extraordinarily simple. Logic, I have already told you. Now, I'm going to show you one video regarding the chapter Physical Features of India, a full-fledged video, and side by side, I'll do the elaboration and your revision would be done thoroughly. In between, if you'll face any problem, you have full right to raise your hand, you have full right to ask any question, and side by side, undoubtedly, I will also revise. Okay, bache? So all of you, please be very attentive. And Tiksha, you are supposed to give me feedback regarding video and all that. Tiksha, is it clear, bache?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, just let me know about video as well as audio.
Ma'am, if the video will not be clear, I will say or
No, just show me an emoji.
do my
Hand.
hand down.
Yeah, do your hand down. Okay. So this is all about your chapter in your book. Tiksha, done?
Yes, ma'am.
That is mountains, plains, deserts, plateaus, and islands. While reading that, we will also know how they have been formed. So with no further ado, let's begin. India is a large landmass formed during different
India is a large landmass, we know it, and formed different geological period. Geological period means formed formed in the different time period of geography. Means when like Earth southern part of India started moving towards one area, then it strike to that area. That is different geological periods.
geological periods. I'll just show you a small section of the previous chapter.
So this already we have done, if you remember, Pangea. This is India, southern part of India. Look here, this is Africa, this is South America, this is India. This we have discussed. This is Antarctica and this is Australia. Started moving away from each other. You can see this is India coming toward this side. Look at this, coming toward this side, ultimately joined here. So this already again we have done. So this was known as Pangea. And around this Pangea, there was Panthalassa,
wherein we can see how India broke apart from Australian plate and moved towards Eurasian plate. While doing so, it went through constant physical changes. You can see the shape of India as it was moving towards north. Now with this kind of massive formations, number of processes such as weathering, erosion.
So whenever that process was going on, southern part of India was coming towards northern part of Europe, Asia towards Asia. So side by side, these processes were also going on. That is weathering, erosion. Weathering is when due to any natural agents, rock get into pieces. And then we call it as weathering. And erosion is when the eroded material move from one place to another, either by wind or by sea waves or by rivers and all that. And third is deposition. Deposition is when eroded material moving from one place to another, and wherever they get a place, they get deposited. That process is known as deposition. So because of these three processes, weathering, erosion, and deposition, different type of relief features got formed. Different type of physical features got formed, like mountains are formed, valleys are formed, and all that.
Erosion and deposition have created and modified the relief to its present form. By relief, I mean the 5 physical features that we spoke about in the beginning. By weathering, we mean change of texture or appearance of soil or rocks over a
Look at this. This is weathering. Rainfall is taking place. Crack got developed here. Look at this. And जब इस crack बड़ी होती गई, whole of this area, look at this, got weathered. It टूट गया, and टूटने के बाद it has fallen down. And here deposition has taken place.
for a long period of time. It can be due to running water, wind activity, glaciers, etc. And
So
erosion
these all, wind, running water, river, sea waves, glaciers, they all are known as agents of gradation.
means the process by which the surface of the earth is worn away or displaced by the action of water, glaciers, winds, waves. And last, deposition is the end activity of erosion. When things go
So deposition is the last activity of erosion. Means whenever koi erosion take place here, ultimately thing would get deposited somewhere. Say here in the pic they have shown here. So deposition has taken place here. Now on this deposition further, what would happen? Further erosion would take place here. ये डिपॉजिट तो हो गया, यहाँ पे got eroded and ultimately fallen down and get deposited here. लेकिन ये ऐसा नहीं रहेगा, it will keep on changing its shape also. So again this area would get eroded, ये भी erode हो जाएगा.
From one place and stop at another place. This leads to formation of new landmass, crust, plateau.
New land mass, like you people might have heard about Sundarban Delta. Sundarban Delta is a delta which is formed by the erosion of two rivers, Ganga and Brahmaputra, है ना? So we usually say, आप third, fourth, fifth से करते आ रहे हो, Sundarban Delta is fastest growing delta of the world. Now what does it mean? It's growing, it's becoming bigger and bigger, and definitely the time would come when this delta would turn into a very fertile land, just like Northern Fertile area, because so much fertile soil is getting deposited there.
Plateaus, rocks, deltas, etc. So now you understand what all physical activities India went through. And not just India, many other land masses over the time. But the big question is,
So these are three things which already we people have discussed, that is folding, faulting and drifting or transformation. This is convergence, when plates are coming closer to each other, due to which folds would be formed. This is divergence, when plates are moving away from each other and due to which crack would develop. And this is transform, when two tectonic plates are frictioning is taking place, they're striking, matlab, they're doing like this, friction is taking place. So this would lead to the formation of earthquake.
how did we human come to know about it? I mean, we can talk all intellectually, but the base has to be through solid evidence. Therefore, scientists have attempted to explain the formation of physical features with the help of some theories. One such theory is the theory of plate tectonics. So this
Theory of plate tectonics is again, that is when division of earth. So that is division of earth into some parts. Yeah. Pratiksha, is it clear? Thumbs up. Yeah, thank you, Rita. So this is plate tectonic theory. When interior part of the earth got displaced due to internal pressure and internal temperature, what happened? The crust got divided just like this. Some pieces are big, some pieces are so tiny, some pieces are minor, mediocre in size. So in the same way, whole of that got divided, and this is known as plate tectonic theory, division of whole of Pangaea into 7 parts and so many minor plates, and so many minor plates turned into islands.
theory says the crust, that is the upper part of the earth, has been formed out of 7 major and some minor plates. And when these plate moves, they build up stress within and the rocks above collide, or sometimes large chunk of
So these 3 activities started taking place: folding, faulting and volcanic activity.
soil
So
gets
diagram can be asked even in your exam. If question is here, define plate tectonic activity. Yeah, define how continental drift theory, one and the same thing. So in these 3 things, 3 processes, folding is there, faulting is there, and volcanic activity is there. Diagram can be asked, detailing you can be asked from you.
separated, leading to folding, faulting, and volcanic activity. These plate movements are classified into 3 types. While some plates come towards each other and form convergent boundary, some plates move away from each other and form divergent boundary. In the event of 2 plates coming together, they may either collide or crumble, or one may slide under the other. At times, they may also move horizontally past. The movement of these plates have changed the position and size of the
So because of these movements which were taking place under the earth, maybe folding, maybe faulting, maybe volcanic eruption, this led to changes on the crust of the earth. हमारी लैंड के ऊपर the activities which were actually taking place under the earth, it gave birth to new type of relief features on the earth, on the crust of the earth. Hamara relief got changed due to these internal movements which occurred due to internal activities, and internal activities took place due to pressure and due to temperature under the earth.
the continents over millions of years. The land of India displays great physical.
So we know whole of Pangaea was divided into 2 parts, Angara land in the north and Gondwana land in the south. And jo hamara southern part of India, the peninsular part of India, that is totally made up of Gondwana land, and Gondwana land is one of the oldest land mass of the world.
Variation. The Peninsula Plateau is one of the ancient land masses on the Earth's surface. It was a direct piece of Gondwana land. Let's now read about the Gondwana land. So the peninsular region of India is the oldest landmass. It was a part of the Gondwana land. So this Gondwana land comprised of several countries like South America, Africa, India, Antarctica, Australia. So this was all one single landmass once upon a time. So what happened was the crust broke into number of pieces and everything started drifting apart. As you
Drift-
can see how South America moved towards the left hand
Drifting apart means moving away from each other.
side, and Antarctica went towards the south, and India and Australia moved towards north and east. So at that time, India was a part of Australian plate. But then we got separated from that as well, and we started moving towards north. And then what happened? It got collided to the plate, which is much larger.
Look at this. This is our country collided with the Eurasian plate, Europe and Asian plate, which was larger in size.
Which is also called Eurasian plate. So before this collision, there was all water in between the Indian plate and the Eurasian plate. And this water body was named as Tethys Sea.
So this we have done. Tethys Sea was there. Look at this. Actually, it was like this when India started coming towards north, collided with this plate, Eurasian plate, and this sea slowly and slowly disappeared.
So all the sedimentary rocks which were there at the bottom of the sea, they started folding up. As a result, Himalaya was born.
Now, question can be asked, why sedimentary rocks got formed in Tethys Sea? Because soft area erosion, whatever eroded material was done by rivers got deposited there. So sedimentary rocks were formed.
And that's why you'll see the land is uplifted in northern India. But in the northeastern side, there was a huge depression, meaning low land, which over the time got filled with the deposition of sediments brought down by the rivers flowing from the mountains in the north. And this is the reason why Ganga and Brahmaputra drains in that region. So this is quite fascinating, isn't it? I mean, getting to read all of this and going to those places and seeing those land features. No wonder
So I know all of you know how Northern Fertile Plain is formed. Already we have discussed. It was not at all of land. It was not existing there. But when mountains started moving up, a lowland was formed, and that lowland got filled by the rivers. And these rivers, Ganga, Brahmaputra, Indus, and their tributaries, they started depositing the sediments. Due to deposition of the sediments, this lowland got filled, and today we call it as Northern Fertile Plain.
the geologists enjoy what they do. And another thing is that these Himalayas and the northern plains are most recent landforms. Hence, they
Yeah,
are
they are known as most recent landform. Himalayas are known as young fold mountain. Young because recently formed, fold because formed due to folding activity. Now, how can we say young? Because the peaks of these Himalayas are still very much conical. Like we remember, we have done Aravalli range, the peaks are round in shape because maximum erosion has taken place because southern part of India is the oldest landmass of India. But जो Himalayas have recently formed, that's why their peaks are conical. So conical है मतलब ऐसे sharp peaks है. What does it mean? यहाँ पे erosion have just started. अभी पूरा नहीं हुआ है, just started. That's why the peaks are conical in shape.
also very high risk zone when it comes to earthquake
High risk
because
zone.
the land is not stable.
High risk zone, northern part of India, Himalayas particularly, earthquake is very common there. Usually it occurs, है ना? No doubt it's not, sometimes it's not very much destructive, but it usually occurs. So क्यों है ऐसे? Because they are recently formed. ये बहुत पुराना नहीं है. So recently है, still it is soft area. It hasn't become very hard like in South India. So it's soft है, तो जो उसके under that when vibration take place on soft area, these vibrations are very much clearly visible to us. Yeah, we can feel it. Visible to us means we can feel it.
Unlike Peninsula region, which is a complete land block that broke from the Gondwana land. On one hand, Himalayan mountains are unstable zone, but it is very rich in alluvial soil. So alluvial soil is formed from fast flowing rivers. And
So we know very well, very fertile soil, that is alluvial soil, is formed from these rivers. Erosion हो गया, erosion के बाद they'll come down and they will deposit, their sediment somewhere, and wherever deposition, that is alluvial soil will get, and we are rich enough. We are living in Punjab or whole of northern part of India is actually made by these alluvial soil brought down by rivers.
Himalayan mountains consist of high peaks, and these high peaks generate a lot of ice, glacier.
Look at this, you can see the conical peaks. These are conical peaks. Top, look at this, conical है ये. So it means abhi ye recently formed. They are not round in shape. So this shows, and you can see, agar aap dhyan se dekhna, if you get a chance to go sometime to Kashmir, please visit. It's a request to all of you. Please visit if you get a chance. If not now, so definitely it's not possible because of Corona. But in the coming years, whenever you get a chance, visit Himalaya. You really, jo aapke folding mountain and rivers and valleys, means this chapter definitely is going to be very interesting for you. तो तब तक तो it won't be required, but yes, आपके doubts clear हो जाएंगे. So you can see, यहाँ पे बहुत clear नहीं है, but I would love to explain it. Look at this fold mountains. ये बहुत clear नहीं है, ये हम assume कर सकते हैं. ये fold हैं सारे. So when land got crushed, crumbed, SAI, ठीक है, and it's a river coming from a valley area. You can see the huge sizes of the rocks. दिखे हैं. अब इनके corners कभी, if you get a chance to see these rocks in the mountainous area, you will see they are not at all round in shape. गोल गोल नहीं होते हैं पत्थर. They are still very sharp because they are situated in the upper Himalaya. Himalaya में है. But whenever these rocks come down, plain की तरफ आती हैं, ऐसे ब्यास river is there, सतलुज river is there, यहाँ पे हम लोग पहुंच सकते हैं. In these rivers, the pebbles are round in shape. क्यों हो जाते हैं round? Because so much friction they do with each other. So much erosional activity take place due to friction plus moving and striking with the river bed. कि वो सारा उनके corner erode हो जाते हैं, टूट जाते हैं, they turn into soil. वो फिर मिट्टी बनती है. Clear?
And when they melt, they come rushing down, passing through deep valleys and making huge cuts in between the.
Yes, Ritiksha. Just hold on. Yes, बच्चे.
मैम जब earthquake आता है तो ये जो ऊपर वाले rocks होते हैं ये नीचे नहीं गिरते?
हाँ, can
ये तो नहीं.
loose
Landslide.
rock. हाँ जी. Yeah, it take place. Yes.
Landslide.
Yeah, that's why landslide is risky and dangerous. Yes, it take place like that. Done, Ritiksha?
Ma'am, are because they are young fold mountains.
What is your question? Because they're young fold mountain, then?
Ma'am, they are young, so landslide take place.
नहीं. They are young. Landslide activity is prominent here. Landslide does not take place because they are young. In any area,
Okay, ma'am.
say we are talking about the southern part of India, which is the oldest landmass, heavy rainfall take place. Due to heavy rainfall, sometimes what happens, so much erosion जो जमीन है वो soft और shallow हो जाती है, तो वहां पे भी landslide can take place. But yes, यहाँ पे landslide की जो रफ्तार है, जो speed है, that is fast. क्योंकि soft है, अभी land बहुत hard नहीं हुआ है. बारिश हुई, वो लैंडस्लाइड वो टेक प्लेस. साउथ में भी होता है, जिस हर जगह पे लैंडस्लाइड कैन टेक प्लेस इफ rainfall is very heavy, soil is extremely soft, erosional activity is prominent, mining is there, deforestation is there. So all these are the reason of the landslide, not only rainfall. Got it, Riksha? Okay.
The mountains and flow all over northern India and east.
So look at this, look at the beautiful map of rivers. If you can copy it on, please do, you can do it. Look at the river Ganga. I have checked your notebooks. आपने हिमालय सारे, some of you have made it totally wrong. Rivers totally wrong. I mean, मैंने बोला भी था, there is one proper map work we have done, and 4th of May video is available. Kindly go through that. Kindly. So please, this is river Ganga. Look at this. ये सारी river Ganga, thick river which you can see, thick. And here we have, look at the movement of my curve. This is river Yamuna. And tributaries of river Yamuna from south, Chambal, Betwa, Son. जो बोला जाता वही करना है. Then in the north we have Ghaggar river, Nepal से. We have Gandak river, Nepal से. And we have Kosi river, Nepal से. Look at this. This is Sangpo. In Tibet, Brahmaputra river is known by Sangpo river. He is silent here. Ultimately, Arunachal Pradesh and ultimately come down in form of Brahmaputra.
In India and finally drain into the Bay of Bengal. And we know fast flowing rivers, that is running of water, brings new soil, and that is the reason the entire northern plain consists of rich alluvial soil brought down by the fast flowing rivers. But Peninsular Plateau is quite different than the northern plains. It is composed of igneous and metamorphic rocks.
Northern part of India is made up of sedimentary rocks. Southern part of India is made up of igneous and metamorphic rocks. Igneous due to volcanic eruption, metamorphic because very old area, so under high temperature and high pressure. Yes, Ritiksha bette? Yes, beta.
मैम स्क्रीन इज नॉट क्लियर.
Blurred है
मैम वो बिल्कुल टेढ़ी जा रही है.
यहाँ पे. Everything is showing perfectly to me. Okay. Otherwise, it's visible.
मैम इज नाउ ओके.
Yes, Brijesh.
मैम नाउ इट्स ओके.
Okay, bete. Yes, Brijesh. Yes, beta.
मैम क्लियर है.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, beta.
Igneous rocks are those rocks which are formed through the cooling and solidification of magma or lava. And metamorphic rock is a type of rock which has undergone change by extreme heat and pressure. And since Peninsular Plateau is the oldest landmass, therefore these two rocks are bound to be present there.
Southern part of India is made up of igneous and metamorphic rocks, and oldest landmass. Basic point is oldest landmass. That's why gently rising hills and wide valleys. They don't have very high hills. Gently rising. बहुत ज़्यादा height नहीं है. If you remember, you had done in South India, Western coast, Western Ghat, the height is 16 meter only. है ना? And if you remember, if you compare South India with North India, upper Himalaya height, average height I'm talking about 6,000 meter. Middle Himalaya average height is 4,500 meter, and lower Himalaya average height is 1,500 meter. So Western Ghats or Shivalik ki height is almost same.
There. Now we will read about the major physiographic divisions. They are the Himalayan mountains, the northern
Now,
plain.
आप लोगों ने where you people have made Himalaya, you have made here. मैंने बहुत बार बोला है यहाँ पे पंजाब तक कोई हिमालयास नहीं है. Please, आपको मैप बच्चे 101% एग्जाम में आएगा. So don't tell me मैम हमने ऐसे बनाया है this and that. Please. Look at this. ये सारे हिमालयस, ये पंजाब हमारा is here. This is our पंजाब. पंजाब के बाहर बाहर है सारे हिमालयस. नेपाल की बाउंड्री के साथ साथ है हिमालय. Not below that. Please make it like that.
The Peninsula Plateau, the Indian Desert, the coastal plains, and the islands. First one is the Himalayan mountains. We just read about how they were formed, and also that they are geologically young, and it consists of huge chain of mountains, all residing in the northern borders of India. Himalayas is one of the most rugged mountain barriers of the world. The Himalaya consists of high peaks, and due to
Look at the river. Valley. ये सारा जो river, ये जो river है ना, earlier it was not actually here, it was here. तो ये सारा erode किया है इसने, इस river ने, ये सारा erode करके फिर ये नीचे तक आ गई. So just imagine कितने सालों से ये चल रही है.
to the flow of fast flowing rivers, deep valleys and gorges have been formed. So this creates very ruggedness on the landmass. And this is the reason there is no railway establishment also. Like you don't have
फिर बच्चे हमारे नॉर्थ इंडिया में प्लस ईस्ट इंडिया तो बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. Even in North India, we don't have much railways because of mountainous area, forested
much of
area.
railway facilities and tracks in north part of India because you need a stable land. The length of this mountain range is 2,400.
So again you can copy down the map. देखो यहाँ पे पंजाब के ऊपर ऊपर तक की है, please. और ये अच्छा, very surprising thing, one child made Aravali in Pakistan. Wow. So please don't do like this, okay?
kilometers and the width is 400 kilometers. And as you go towards the eastern side, it becomes much narrow by 150 kilometer in Arunachal Pradesh.
So this
The
whole data you people have written, so nothing extraordinary here. It is
Himalaya consists of three parallel ranges. The northernmost range is known as the Greater or Inner Himalayas or the Himadri. The mountain peaks over there have an average height of 6,000 meters, 2,000 short of Mount Everest. That long it is. So the core of Himalaya is made out of granite. And
granite. Granite is made actually example of igneous, metamorphic rocks.
we have read earlier what are granite. These are rocks formed due to solidification of magma or lava, and which also tells that when Indian plate was colliding with the Eurasian plate, there must have been a huge volcanic eruption under the seabed of the Tethys Sea. And due to the solidification of that magma, granites were formed, which is now the core part of Himalaya. And on top from
Core means interior, extreme interior.
outside, it's snowbound. And we know this that rivers are formed due to the melting of these ice, snow or glacier. So I hope you understand this part pretty clearly.
Yes, coming to you because we have almost time is up. Yeah. Any doubt if you have, please ask. Raise your hand. Okay, so better go through all this, make maps. Yeah, and be very careful while making map. Your concept should be clear. That is must. Your concept should be clear. बच्चे चाहे आपके 2 मार्क कम आए, मुझे मैटर नहीं करता, मुझे ये मैटर करता है your concept should be clear. Whatever you are watching, whatever we have done in the class, whatever maps we have done, kindly go through everything thoroughly and make map wherever possible.